All right. Good morning. It is 1 p.m. on Sunday. This is going to be the first week where we do live games on Sundays. So if you're watching this on replay or watching this live, just letting you know, we're now doing games 1 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. So it gives a chance for people that can't make it Thursday, have another time during the week, and a chance for people that are hardcore players to have another one which they can do. All right, so what we're going to do is today's game is going to be, let's see here. I need to share. Let's see, I'm going to share my screen for anybody that jumps on here. All right, so if you go to you'reonthehook.com and then go to your games and game details, this week's game is called Spirit Chant. So full disclosure, I made this picture using AI. I just told it to give me somebody that's tribal yelling or chanting. I thought it was such a cool image that it came back with. So we're going to use all or part of the native sound chant samples, and we're going to create a production that incorporates the strings that go with it. Get as creative as you want. So let's listen to what we got.
Oh my, the love my,
All right, I won't play the whole thing, but the first one I believe is in G minor, and the second one is in D minor, if that helps you. And I think they're each at 140 BPM. So to download it, you're just going to click the three buttons, hit the download button, or you can right click this and hit save audio as. Then we also have these strings here. And those called spiccato when you do that, where they real quick, little short rhythmic, I guess the way they play the violins and cello. I think that's probably a cello. That is in the key of F minor, and it's at 138 BPMs, if that helps. When you're done, you're going to submit using this form right here, and you're going to upload it. And then you're going to see all the games down here. Make sure to click this button when you upload it so that other people can see it. All right, that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to get started here. And if you're watching this, you can follow along, see how I put things together. And I absolutely love music production. I think it is so fun. It's a lot like painting a picture, and I love painting pictures. In fact, yesterday I had a paint class in Phoenix that I did, and I just had a blast. Love teaching what I know and learning more and helping other people get creative. Really inspiring to me. So here's my tracks. I've got my chants here, and I've got my strings. What we're going to do is I want to start with the strings and create a groove. And I'm kind of hearing a hip hop kind of groove to this. And this is in F minor. That is in G minor. I think I may lower this by 2 semitones, which would put it in G minor. Or no, raise it, F G. Raise it to Tim. And let's put our BPM at 138, just so that we can go ahead and click that in. I'm just going to change it up here. Because this is warped, we're going to find out how close this is. Let's change that. That's not quite right. I don't think that is 130 BPM. So the way we're going to figure this out is, well, maybe it is. Let's see here. Yeah, it is. So that's actually not 138, because it's counting. It's double timing that. So what's 138 divided by 2? Well, it'd probably be 70. Let's see. 60 would be 120. So 69. 69 plus 69 is 138. Yeah. So we're going to change this to 69. And we're going to double time this. I'm hearing just a sweet ass hip hop type groove, and I'm going to probably jump and splice first and just look for aggressive hip hop. I'm going to just look for a groove just to start me off. So I'm going to say aggressive hip hop. And we're going to just do hip hop is the genre, instruments, drums, type is loops. Yeah, I think I found one. I'm going to have to speed it up, but I think it's really good. Let's try this. And you know what? I think I need to put my audio out to Zoom. Zoom. Here we go. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing like da 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 da. So one of the things I like to do is actually just sing it in. It sounds ridiculous, but I can sing it in and then use those notes to figure out how to actually play it in. So here we go. Something like that. All right. And I usually have to adjust it a little bit. And so just adjust it a little bit. And then I'm going to see if I can plop it onto a MIDI file and see if we can grab the melody out of that. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to try it. And Oh, right here. Mhm. Mhm. And I'm gonna quantize the beginning of this. So it didn't help a lot, but it might have helped a little. So let's try the. And actually, we're going to put this back on here. This is our bass track. This is our piano. And in our bass, I want to change it to something a little bit easier to understand. So I want to change the octave of this. And we're going to work on these notes now. Oops. All right. So now, what I'm doing is I'm putting those bass notes into using that audio. Hey, we got a new person on. Hey, Devlin, what's going on, man? You're welcome to just join and hang out. I'm just working on the piece. If you want to follow the game, you could just go to the login and go to games and jump in as well. Or you can just watch me, whatever you want to do. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and say hi. Today, you're the only one showing up because we have this is a brand new day. Everybody always shows up on Thursdays, so I'm just looking to help anybody that wants to show up on Sundays. Plus, it's more just for myself to learn. So. I'm just planning this in. All right. Hey, Devlin, I see your note. I don't have video on this computer, so I can hear you. I'm trying to get the microphone to work. No problem, man. No worries at all. Just I'm here. So if you get it to work, you can unmute or just type. Is this your first time doing an On the Hook game? Okay, sweet. So yeah, the way it works is you just go in. I'll just show you real quick. If you can see my screen, right? So the way it works is, you go to, not this one here. You go to the game details. So you log in, go to games, which you probably already have done, and go to the game we're doing, which is Spirit Chant. And then inside of this, there's a couple files you can download right here. You can hit these 3 buttons, hit download. And the first one's like this guy yelling. It's like a tribal chant. And the other one's these strings. So you're going to download them. I use Chrome, and with Chrome, you see these 3 little dots. You can just download it there. But if you're not using Chrome, you can usually just right click and hit save audio as, and it'll go right into your download area, whatever. You work on it for an hour, just make anything you want. And then you're going to upload it to this area that says submit your MP3 results. So when I'm done at the top of the hour, I'll just upload, and then hit submit. Oh, you worked on the one, the Jazz Cat one. Sweet. Let's go check it out real quick. You're going to see more games on mine than you're going to see on yours, just because I'm the admin. But were you able to upload? Yeah, you were able to upload it. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, well done, man. That's exactly what we're doing. Very good. Yep, you just chop away and just see what you can do. You can do any kind of style, any kind of anything you want. You said this is so great. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. The guys that show up on Thursday are all super enthusiastic about this. So if you're able to come up Thursday, you can meet some more people. But if you got to work, I understand that too. But I moved it to 5:00 PST on Thursdays. Yeah. So yeah, it really helps you get to know your DAW really well, and how to work really quickly, and how to create templates and workflows that are going to force you to work really nicely and quickly to help your momentum. Okay, awesome. You've been trying to make it for a while. Well, you got to do what you got to do. I know life happens, but if you can make it, it's a lot of fun. We got a good community going. So super glad you're showing up. It's awesome. You're going to be a great addition here. All right. So I'm going back to this, and if you want to just continue to work on your side and then jump back on the same Zoom call in about an hour, I'll be here and we can go over what you've done. Or you can watch me, whatever you want to do. Most people just go off and do their thing and then come back, though. So what I did here at the first is I took this cello part, and I figured out that the BPM is 138, which is actually half of that. Halftime would be 69. And then I actually pitched it up by 2 semitones, because when I use this yell, it's in the key of G minor. So I want it to fit. So now I've implemented this beat into it here. So I found this loop through Splice. Again, you got to be careful if you use loops, but I'm not publishing. This is just an exercise, so I'm not worried about it. But this loop is just sounding like this. It's just a hip hop loop. And then what I did is I sung in the bass line of what I could imagine it being, and then used that as a starting point. So it sounded like this. Really bad, but I use that to create what I'm going to do as the bass line. Because if I can hear it in my head, I can sing it a lot faster, and then I can figure out the notes afterwards. And then, so the groove is starting to sound like this. So actually I can tell I already want a different note on this one. Move this over here. Not there.
Hello.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. Sorry, I called in on my phone. Hold on. I'm not sure which one's my phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there I am.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, my computer doesn't have a camera, so it's always been, I never really use it for Zoom. So I'm like, let me just try my phone and see how that works out.
Oh, okay.
But I did these with you guys a long time ago when, I guess, during the pandemic, and we had a lot of fun. And
Yeah, we did the playground.
It helped me a lot, and I'm super excited you're still doing it. And I totally believe in your charging 100%. And honestly, I was like, I think it's a little too little. So like, you think on what works for you. I don't know how many people chime in all the time, but I think it's totally worth it. What you offer and what you do is really awesome. So just to praise Zion, because I remember you way back from Kathy Heller's program. So
Yeah, I used to be part of that. Yeah.
So I just wanted you to know you're always a great coach for everybody. So I think that's all. Yeah. And I totally lost touch with not just a lot of things, music and production. So that's what happened for me. And I just need to get back to it. And I just am looking forward to like having a little more structure. So
yeah,
it's kind of, yeah.
This is structure without it feeling like too much structure, because it's fun. It's, instead of just trying to work through a course, which a while ago I created a production course, which I still have, called the producer's course. But I realized for myself that the way I grow the most is I have to just constantly do it. It's like, if you want to be a painter, you have to paint. You can't think about it and read a book about it and take a course about it. You got to do it. So I started doing this for myself, making it something I do it every week, and then realized a lot of people could benefit from this.
It's such a great concept, and keep growing your whatever your repertoire, so that it's more marketable for you. And even if you're not doing it anymore, you can market it and put it more, in your little basket of, money on the side that you're making while you're doing other things. Like, it's such a great tool. So I applaud you for doing it. And honestly, for having all this technology together. This is like this right here, just seeing all this is awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. So it's been a passion project of mine, but I'm glad you're here. And
that's awesome.
Are you going to try to do this one with me now, or you're going to just...
Yeah, I mean, so the goal is similar. Like you use the two tracks and you kind of make your own track from them, right? You use it as an inspiration, right?
Any genre, anything you want, you can use the tracks as they are. You could chop them up, whatever you want to do.
Okay, so you use it for an hour, and do you check back in, or so? Like today, 4:30. I know it's an unusual first time off Sunday, so I get that.
Oh, okay. So we usually jump back on at the top of the hour. So we usually start, like, for me, I'm on the Pacific time right now. So I started at 1, and I'll just get people will jump back on the call at 2, and we'll just...
Okay, good to know.
We've done. So we got about 20 or 35 minutes before we'll...
Okay, I will. I'll do what I can with it. I'll jump off and do what I can with it, and then I'll pop back on at 5. But I do totally appreciate the time frame, by the way, because that's so huge in like just stopping, period. Yeah. At least temporarily being like, okay, that's enough for today, or like it's not going anywhere or whatever. So instead of working yourself into a hole.
Right. It's constraints are good, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. I'm going to work on mine, and I'll check back in.
Awesome. I'll see you at the top of the hour.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right, so let's go here. We're doing this bass line. All right, I think I've got a pretty good bass line here. And so I'm trying to find a different bass now for this because I think that the bass could be better. In the synth bass area, and actually I think it might be better to do a real bass, like a fretless, slow wide fretless. Let's see what that sounds like. Nope. What does this one sound like? Maybe muted. Maybe like that bass sound, but man, it's so quiet. Okay, so I got that down. Now, actually, what I want to do, I was thinking, is what if I put this through Melodyne and and what if we grabbed Melodyne and dropped it on here and put it through that? Cool. All right, now let's see if we can. Ba-da-da. And that I can tell is a little sharp. dun da da, ga da da, dun da da, dun da da, ga da da. I'm gonna grab the format tool now. We're gonna lower the. So I'm going to duplicate this now, and I'm going to freeze it. And then flatten it. This is going to just be an archive. Now we're going to drop an audio effect on there. And I've got my UAV. And I'm going to grab So now I've got something cool there, but my chant, I haven't even implemented my chant yet, which kind of sucks. I got to figure something out. try to the other vote. D, I'm going to switch it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down. Should be. What if I dropped a LFO tool on this? I'm going to drop Melodyne this because I think I can make it sound just a little bit better. Oops, let's put this before. Let's do this again. All right, let's see what this did. Why is it? There's a weird beat right there. Yeah, I don't like that. So what I want to do actually is grab Nectar and grab, or Neutron, drop it on this, and when that kick happens, so when that happens, I want to dip these vocals based on the kick. So when the kick happens, I want this vintage low shelf. I just want analog low shelf to dip based on a dynamic external. Don't tell me this. Oh, this is Nectar. Ah, shit. All right. We're going to dip this based on analog external sidechain. And bathroom break. Sorry. Sorry about that for anybody watching. All right. That's weird. That is bizarre. Something is stopping that. Well, oh, that's why it's doing that. Something was messed up there. It's because I still have Melodyne on. So what we're going to do is we're going to render this real quick. Freeze track. Flatten. Put all these things back. Just a quick swell. Just use that. Good enough. I'm going to now export this and Spirit Chant version 1. We're going to do that on the desktop. Save as. This is so freaking fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to upload this now to the game. All right, so liked that one. All right, so I am going to share what I did. And for anybody watching, I hope you join and share as well. So this is what it sounded like. Hey, Devlin.
Hey, I didn't get very far.
That's okay. That's okay.
I just am like, things are coming back to me. I started to, when I was listening to the chant, I was like, let me do some vocal chopping. And then, I get to a point and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta convert it to MIDI. So like, yeah, took me a while.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
How'd it go for you?
It was fun. I did I thought it came out pretty good. Do you want to hear it? I've just planned.
Yeah, totally. I have nothing to submit yet. I'm going to probably work another half hour since I only did like 20 minutes and then see what I can submit. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Make sure this is in stereo. Okay. It's not mixed that great, but
sounds cocool. Definitely cool. I love the end too, like the wall sound, like that's kind of like use it for a build or a descend or whatever. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Is that like is that one of those triggered hi-hats where you have that thing in there?
Yeah, actually the drums on this, I just used a loop that was already
Right on.
drums, and it's got, yeah, those hi-hats are doing the triplets.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that effect. So cool. It's when you take stuff like this, when you do your projects like this too, do you then say, okay, today was a good one, I'm going to work on that longer? How do you approach, like, or is it just sort of keep your creative juices flowing?
The neat thing is, whenever you do this, if you go to submissions, you can see just yours in here.
Right.
Sometimes I'll go back and listen to them and see if there's one that I want to continue and make better,
Yep.
That's why I give it ratings, because it allows me
Oh,
to,
you rate it yourself?
yeah, it's just my own rating.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
And I can go, okay, I really like that one. I don't know what that
Right.
one. So yeah, it's just a way to kind of keep track. And sometimes I download them and put them in a folder or something so I can listen to them on my phone.
Nice. And I remember, like, you kind of have a slant towards electronic music. Is that right for you, or?
Yeah, I do. I mean, back when I was doing a lot of the sync stuff and Kathy's, I was doing a lot of kind of folk pop. So there was a lot of ukuleles and
Oh, cool.
kind of more homegrown stuff. And I enjoy that, but it's not as interesting production wise. Pop music and EDM music allows me to it's like production gymnastics a little bit. I love production gymnastics. So
yeah,
I keep finding myself drawn to that because it's so much fun to me to side chain things together and make this go in and out, and that, weave things together. It's a lot more difficult as a tapestry.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was just curious what you like find yourself gravitating towards.
Yeah, that's usually it. So, but I hope you are able to go in and work a little bit more on this. And
Yeah, I will. I just kind of like, you know how you start and you're like, I'm not really sure where to go with this. And then, you on the site there that you have is, much like when you're listening to podcasts, you're able to like listen at half speed, listen at double time speed, that actually gave me a lot of tips there. Like just even listening to them before I downloaded, I'm like, oh, I could do that, which then I don't know how to do yet. So like, for example, the string part, if you go and you listen to it and you just do, it's not even half, it's the slowest speed you can listen to. And it sort of becomes like a synth. And I was like, oh, I could do that. But then I don't know how to but within the project, once I open it up, I'm like, oh, I gotta like kind of figure that out, how to navigate that and make it like little parts, probably almost like vocal chopping as well. I would guess that would be what I would have to do.
What DAW do you use?
I'm using Logic right now. It's just kind of what I started on, but I may change at some point. But for now, it's like, it's enough for me to kind of navigate and figure out. Which one are you using?
I use Ableton, but I wouldn't change. Once you have a good solid DAW that you're getting accustomed to, I would not change at all.
Okay.
It's just, the learning curve is just too great. And it's much better to just find a community online. I'm in a bunch of Ableton groups on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
People share tips and stuff, and you can find the same thing for Logic. Logic's probably even more used. It's more of a lot of big studios use Logic. Logic and Pro Tools.
But the reason I started with Logic is I have a few producer friends and they use Pro Tools, and I know that's like the industry standard. But what was always happening is there was, I don't know, a couple of months delay or maybe just a month delay when Apple would update and the Pro Tools wouldn't, and the two things wouldn't sync up. I was like, why would I even just introduce that headache to my life? So I'm like, I'm starting with Logic because it's an Apple thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did hear one producer say that Ryan Tedder, he has a hard time processing out Logic files the same volume as like a Pro Tools file, which I thought was super interesting. I'm like, oh, I'll have to pay attention to that if I find that it's not sound, if I'm not able to get the same sound that I think I'm hearing, So it's an interesting thing, but I have so much to learn on just navigating in and out. But I loved already what I've done so far with you, and it's just been a couple of days, so that's good.
Your homework this week then is to figure out how to warp things to make things faster and slower. I think it's called elastic timing in Logic.
Okay.
YouTube that and find some tutorials on it, and then it'll be one less thing you have to learn in the future. Just learn.
I love it.
One thing, play around with, and it'll really help you going into the next game.
That's a great suggestion. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
And thanks for having this. And I'm on my second class, and I'm assuming that you'll get like a nudge about like, hey, sign up or something. Is that how that works?
So after the first 3 games are free,
Right.
the next time you go into play,
My son just got home, so go ahead.
the next time you go into play, it'll remind you and say, hey, your thing is expired and to sign up, and it's just $17 a month. So it's pretty
Cool. I'm definitely in.
awesome. Can't
Thank
wait.
you, Zion.
All right. Thank you,
You
Devin.
have a great Sunday.